because on mine I can't read the comments that are going
Right,
that
so
way.
we're reading them here.
Well, Ash is going to read them because I can't see any of them.
All right, we're here to answer questions. What do you got for us? Hello.
Oh, well, first of all, before we start with the questions, I just want to say one more time, thank you so much, and especially a thank you to Hannah, but to everybody who participated in that awesome video. That was amazing. So thank you so much. It's awesome. Oh, and, well, okay, Ash is going to read questions.
Yeah, I don't see any questions yet, guys.
I have a present for you.
What? You have a present for me? You didn't tell me we were doing presents. Oh, shit. Look! I got a sea black hat.
Now, I know that you guys all love the sea black hats. I am looking into a way that I can sell them that would benefit charity, either the Women's Prison Association or the Unprison Project. So I'm looking into it. It's in the works. You just have to be a little patient. But we are trying to figure out a way that we can sell these to you guys and also help some people at the same time.
If you just took out the B and the L, it would say cock.
It would.
Just
why would you want it to say that?
Just throw that out there. I'm just saying, if it gets misread. Okay, what questions do we have? What was your favorite scene to film?
That's a hard one because I loved
All of them?
so many of them. The one thing that I've talked about in some of the interviews was when Barb and Carol first met in AdSeg.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, I think it was Laura Prepon who was directing this episode where they just, and if it wasn't Laura, I'm sorry, but they just kept the cameras rolling. And Mackenzie and I had we had just met, and we had this entire silent conversation across the room from each other, and they just kept the camera rolling. And I found myself going from being happy to see her, and then angry, and then like almost having tears in my eyes, and wanting to rip her face off. And it was amazing. It was
what
so much
episode
fun.
was that?
11?
Okay.
11. I want to say it's 11.
So you should,
11 or 12.
You should tell them what y'all did before y'all met. Y'all...
Oh, I think everybody knows. We said, and Mackenzie started it.
Yeah.
God bless her.
Of course she did.
Of course she did.
Stupid
Amazing woman. Yeah, she started it by... I got to the set and Merch, our favorite PA, said, "Oh, Mackenzie left you a message." I was like, "Oh, that's so nice. That's so sweet of her." And then I look at the message and it's her going, which was hilarious. So then I sent one back, and we did that a few times.
Yes,
and
I heard briefly about the exchange.
Yes, and then I sort of ruined it because I sort of jumped the shark and went a little too far with one of my messages. So anyway, but it was still fun.
So my favorite scene to film was probably the kickball scene, partially because I've spoken about it a couple of times, but it was my first day on set, which was exciting, and it's kickball, which I was just like, we get to play games. I didn't get to play one actual game of kickball. I was sad that they were like, we don't have time for you to actually play kickball, and it's raining, and we don't want you to get dirty. I was like, I would be really good at kickball. Let's just play like one game.
I have no doubt you would be good at kickball.
It's just fun.
I wanted to play too.
Yeah, right? They're like, oh, we're going to play. Oh, I don't get to play.
No,
Damn it.
I was in the closet.
Yes. And also there was like all of the inmates that you see, those were all stunt women. And it's
not all of them.
Well, but the majority of them were on my set were stunt women.
Oh, on your
because they were doing all
the flashback. Yeah.
So they were all excited because they don't really get to work together that often because it's not a lot of films where our TV sets where they're like, we need 40 women who are stunt women to come fight. It's like we need one or two or whatever. So they were having like this little mini reunion, and they were just having a ball, and that energy is just like everyone was like had a really good time. It was really exciting.
That's fun.
All right, what we got?
Questions.
Love your hair, marry you. Okay, can't do that. Questions, guys. Questions.
Funniest cast member? Natasha. And you didn't get to work with her
because
you were in the 80s.
Yeah, had the small...
She's hilarious. I only have one little scene. I mean, we didn't even work together, really. It was when there's the hit on Carol, and she's shoving the cap in with the message on it. But, like, the cool craziness that you see on screen, that's Natasha. She's hilarious.
I liked everybody. I had a small cast, so they were all funny.
Favorite scary movie?
I like scary movies. Oh, my favorite. Oh, you go first.
Throw me under the bus.
Sorry. I like them all. I love scary movies.
I loved Jaws. I was young, and my parents said I was too young to go, and I begged and pleaded, and I went. And I think I gave my dad bruises because I was squeezing his arm so hard because I was so scared.
Did it make you afraid to go swimming?
No. Poseidon Adventure ruined me for cruise ships.
Really?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. No cruise ships ever happening.
I think I like all scary movies. I like Halloween's my favorite time of year. I just like all of the fun involved.
Alien.
I like Alien. Yeah, they're all
Weaver.
good.
Come on.
They're all good. How did I feel filming this scene?
We're trying to read your comments.
When Debbie drowns, I felt fine. I was having fun. I mean,
how did you feel when she drowned?
When she like filming the scene?
Oh yeah,
it's fun. I was having fun. When she actually does drown, I mean, it's not real.
Well, I didn't see it until the season was released and watching it, and what sort of creeped me out the most is that you hear her screaming until the last bit of the car is under the water. There's like,
yeah. I don't know, Ripley, the little girl who plays Debbie, we were having a good time. It was so cold. So in between, like when they would need to set up camera or whatever, or move camera, we would go to a warming tent. And we have a picture, I think, where all of her feet are up by the warming thing, and they would just steam. Like their shoes would steam because it was so cold. It was so cold. And we were wearing 80s stuff, so we weren't layered. And thin clothes.
The car wouldn't sink.
Oh yeah, and the car... Should we say that? The car wouldn't sink. That was later.
The lake was frozen.
Yeah.
And so the day because didn't it start snowing like halfway through?
It was snowing the first day, and then, yes, it started snowing worse, and then they had to come back the next day to try to sink the car.
Because the lake was so frozen that the car wouldn't sink. And they had a dummy Debbie. The dummy Debbie was creepy. But they had a whole, I guess, so that the dummy would be in the back of the car. I mean, I don't think that what you saw in the series, you didn't see dummy Debbie, but
what they actually put in, because you don't know what they're going to use.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me that one time, and I was like, what do you mean, how did we film it? We put Ripley in the car, we sank it, and then we picked the car back up, and she had like a little scuba mask.
No,
that's not how it's done.
No. No.
Okay, what other we got? How tall is Ashley? I am this tall.
Are you not going to say?
I'm like 5'7"-ish. 5'6.5" when I slump, 5'7" when I stand up straight.
I'm 5'8", but I'm sitting on a pillow because I'm all legs. My sister-in-law's favorite party trick, she is 5'3" and I am 5'8". And when she and I sit next to each other, you're just going to love that I'm saying this about her. When we sit next to each other, we are the exact same height, and then we stand up, and then whoop, I'm 5 inches taller because I am all legs and short body. So if I take the pillow out,
I'm all torso.
Yeah. So I'm actually taller than her, but right now we are sitting side by side. So that's why I was sitting on a pillow, because I'm vain, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm vain. I just wanted us to be the same.
We are the same. Well, actually, we're pretty similar. Surprisingly pretty similar.
Okay, you know what's crazy about that edit that I did? Okay, first of all, I'm so new to social media that I didn't know. I saw like your guys' edits and I thought they were so cool. And I've been editing my friends' actor reels for years, like all of my friends. I've done all of their reels. And so I updated my own, and then I did Ashley's. So I was watching all of our footage. Which side is the camera on? I never know where I'm supposed to look.
There.
That side. Okay, sorry. I meant to look at you. So I had just updated our reels, and so I had looked at all that footage and I started seeing the similarities, and I thought, oh, this would be cool. But I didn't realize it would be such a big deal to you guys. I had no idea that was like a weird thing for someone to do their own edit. I had no idea.
You love the character. It was fun.
But the weird thing is we never collaborated on any of that. So the fact that we do things that are like the head tilt and like it's just
the face thing when you're like mad is like the frown. Yeah, Carol's moves very differently. I mean, some of it's similar, but moves very differently than me. So like one of the things I did with Carol was I gave her like a push forward jaw. So I have candy in my mouth, so my jaw is doing weird stuff. But then she's also like doing this again. I don't know how that's going to fly, but you did a lot of this, like, similar things.
Well, I did see some of your stuff.
Oh, okay. Did you see me do that?
Yeah, a little bit. I saw the library scene with you and one. Ashley.
All of them?
No, I saw dailies.
Okay.
It was my first day. I didn't really have much to go on because I had auditioned with one of your scenes. Mm-hmm. Actually, I didn't audition with a Carol scene.
The first scene, right? Yeah.
And so the scene that I watched, the Jawbreaker.
Mm-hmm. I want to hear how I want you to tell me about your audition.
Okay. So as I've said before, I didn't think I was ever going to get this. I'm like, no, I'm not tough enough. I'm not.
Did you read in there that it was like Dorothy Hamill haircut?
No.
Oh, see, mine when I went in was like Dorothy Hamill haircut. And I was
you were 80s. I was present day.
I know, but like I would assume that they were going to be like a similar hairstyle, and then they had Barb with like I think like a Tanya Harding. Is that right? Would that have been about the right time? I don't know. But it was Dorothy, and I was like, well, I have longer hair, and I'm probably not going to get it. You do your work; it's out of your hands.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think I'd ever get it, so I was just like, I'm just going to go in and have fun and do a good job, and hopefully they'll call me back in for something else that I'm right for. So part of it was when I was reading her scene, not knowing that it wasn't my scene. It was about having this big jawbreaker in your mouth. And now I'm not really big on props at auditions. Like, you shouldn't really wear costumes to an audition. You shouldn't use props.
I brought out my knife. I did not bring a knife to an audition.
Every once in a while, like if you're supposed to be on a phone, I'll actually have my cell phone in my hand. But otherwise, props aren't really a cool thing to do at auditions. So, but I don't know. I had some grapes in my refrigerator, so I froze 2 of the grapes. And the next day, I put them in a little Ziploc baggie, and I went to my audition, and I put the bag, they're taping you from about here, here up. So they don't see what's at your feet or anything. And so I had my bag right next to my feet, and when the other girl spits out the jawbreaker, it's supposed to roll on the ground. So I pretended to watch it roll, and then I reached into my bag, and I took out my 2 frozen grapes. I put them in my mouth, so that the rest of the scene, I had something in my mouth.
I used real candy. I did something similar, but I just like tucked it in my waistband, and then I had a cigarette hang out. I didn't use glasses, but I had like a cigarette like dripping. And of course, the first thing that happens is when it wasn't supposed to happen, when I had not prepared for it, is like it fell out of my mouth. And I was like, well, that's gone. Now we're just going to go with the candy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did you have any, I did like pump up music before I like went into my, like before I went into the building to do my audition.
Yeah.
So I was there early. Like I was listening to like my music. And then when I went in...
What was your song? What were you listening to?
I Don't Give a Damn About My Bad Reputation. It's Bad Reputation by Joan Jett. And I was just like, I don't give a damn. And it's just like, all ready to fight. And then I went into the room, and there were all, a whole bunch of other actresses, all very beautiful women, and I was just like... And they were all worried, and I was like, I'm all right. I think I'm okay. I'm going to be... I don't know. You never know what's going to happen, but I was... picturing setting them all on fire while they were like looking over their lines, because I was like,
the people you were auditioning with.
Yeah, I was just
picturing setting them on fire.
Like, not for real, but yeah, I was just like, what would Carol do?
Did you draw pictures of them?
Carol, in my head, no, I was just like, how could I set her on fire? In my head, that's my pump up. That and listening to I Don't Give a Damn About My Bad Reputation, and that was my.
You. I didn't do that.
I wouldn't set anybody on fire. Don't set people on fire. TSA, don't set people on fire.
All right, let's take another question. Can you speak Spanish? Solo un poquito. I took Spanish in high school, which was a very long time ago. So I speak very, very, very little Spanish. I can, say thank you and what's your birthday and are these spoons clean or dirty?
Why do you need that one?
Kitchen Spanish, because I worked in restaurants.
There you go.
You know, kitchen Spanish.
Yeah.
When is your day off? Are these clean or dirty?
Right.
When is your birthday? Have a good night. Those are the, that's kind of it. But because I get some messages in Spanish, I try to Google translate them before I respond, because I was about to like a comment until I realized somebody was calling me a whore.
Oh, you don't like
and
this?
I thought, no, I'm not going to like that comment because you're calling me a whore. So
don't let people call you whores
ever. So now I try to Google translate them before I respond. And so my Spanish is getting a little bit better because there's certain words that
keep popping up.
Yes.
Hopefully not whore.
Do you speak Spanish?
I don't speak. I can understand Spanish.
You can?
Mostly. Well, I'm learning Italian. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, parlo un po' italiano, but not a lot. I'm in level 3. It's not great. I have friends who are Italian, so I've known them for a long time, and I was like, I'll learn Italian, but every time I go over there, they just want to speak English. And I'm like, no, stop speaking English and make me speak Italian, or I will never get any better.
Yes.
All right. What does Carol like girls? This question comes up a lot. I think we have different answers.
I think we do.
All right, I'll go first.
Oh wait, come closer to me because there we go.
I think that Carol is 16 or 17. I don't think she knows.
Well, because Barb's a senior, so
I think I'm a junior.
So you're a junior.
Yeah. I don't think she's ever had anyone kiss her. I don't think she's ever had anyone like her.
Well, I think that's part of the problem. That's why she's jealous of Barb.
Right. She
Barb
gets all the attention.
Yeah.
I think I'm a virgin. I don't have any. I think Carol would do love absent in her life, and if anybody would love her, I think that she would love them back, and maybe have turned out okay. So my teenage version, and then she goes to jail. So, and I don't know if in jail, if you're the big boss, when I have her 22, if that's something that's even an option. I think she loves Frida. I think she loves Frida. I think that she's extremely loyal.
And that's why it's so upsetting when she betrays her.
Breaks her heart. Then, that's the thing. That's the thing that really pushes over. But you get her later, so.
I do. I don't think present-day Carol is a virgin. I think she has sex in prison. Whether she has sex with men or women, I mean, the thing is, the writers wrote Carol. We interpreted Carol, but the writers wrote her. Now, they wrote that she was straight, because that's on when they're playing Fantasy Inmate, and my picture comes up, it says that Carol's straight.
Well, it's also Guards POV.
Yeah, I think
they also have the bird thing.
I think present day Carol is sort of sadly out of touch with her sexuality. So I don't know if she knows if she's straight or bi or gay or asexual. I don't think she knows, because I don't think she's learned how to exchange love in a meaningful way with anybody.
Yep.
Which is sad.
I would agree.
So, again, it's a big topic of debate, and I think all arguments are valid.
What else we got? Why did you lie about the glass of ice story? Okay. I didn't know I was lying when the first time I tell the story.
Ashley.
I, Ashley, did not know I was lying about the story. But I did think when I tell that story that I was making it up. That it had not happened at all to anybody, that I was creating a story to get attention, because all of a sudden she's in prison and all of these people are sort of adoring both of them, but Carol's getting all this attention, and then Barb, of course, starts to steal her thunder, and she creates a story that I think she, at the time, she thinks it's a lie that she's making up, and Barb knows she's making it up, and I think Barb is also making it up. It's just one of those things that you're lying about, nothing happened. And it wasn't until they actually handed it to us and said, oh, it's actually happened to this other person, that I was like, okay. So yeah, we don't have control of that.
Yeah, I didn't know until the season finale.
Right.
That it was neither sister story.
Right.
That was awesome. I thought that was awesome. For present day Carol, that story is absolutely true. It's absolutely mine. And I think a lot of times we rewrite history. Everybody. I was working with an actor once who was playing my husband, and he said, "Can we talk about our history?" And I said, "We can, as long as we don't have to agree." Because the fact of the matter is, my spouse and I can remember things totally differently, that we did not, the same event, but he remembers it one way and I remember it in a different way.
From your perspective.
Yes. So, for present day Carol, she's not lying. She's not lying. That story's hers.
What do we have here? Smiley faces are not questions, guys. Questions are, we gotta move on. Are you going to appear on the season 7? Not up to us.
Yeah, we don't know.
Please pronounce H-Rommel.
We already answered that question.
I answered that one. Alright, guys. Was the uniform comfortable? Yes. I had the jumpsuit.
Oh, yeah, you have the jumpsuit.
Yeah, it's like a overall, coverall jumpsuit, which is very... You could layer up because it was cold. Very comfortable. The shoes, not so much, but it was alright.
That's what I was going to say. The shoes aren't comfortable because there's absolutely no support, and they're just these flimsy canvas. So those aren't so good. Like, I wouldn't want to walk around in those for a long time.
Yeah. That it? No, you guys, a question coming up, but we're going to end it.
How much did you guys watch? I watched every episode. I was a huge fan of the show before I ever auditioned. So there was no homework to do. I was already caught up.
Yeah, I will second that.
Yeah.
Do you guys think you've gone to it? I don't know what that is. How are you guys literally the same person? I don't know. It's just we're literally the same person. I actually said that when we were dancing at the thing. I was like, it's like we're literally the same person. I think I said it to you. When you danced at the rap party.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, no one knows how to dance.
That was the first time we danced together. We did a video when we were dancing at Lincoln Center, but the first time we danced together was at the rap party.
People don't know how to dance. I'm from Texas. I, of course, know how to dance.
And I know how to dance because my sister taught me. And
so get yourself a good sister who...
And the only problem was that we both wanted to lead.
Yeah, that's true. But I quickly... Because usually if I go somewhere and I have to dance, I have to lead. I can... But they're like, I must hold on... Just do what I tell you to do. And then I can dance with them, but seldom does anyone know how to lead me. So I was like, yeah, great, lead. I love, great, do it. I never get it. All right. What time is it? What time is it, guys? Someone tell me the time.
I don't know. Let me look. I'm going to go look at the clock. I'll be right back.
Oh, I'm going to sit here and...
It's 8:30.
It's 8:30. Okay, so we're going to... Finish up? Okay, so we're done with questions, but before you guys go, we have some stuff to talk about.
Here, I'll take one, you take one.
Okay, so let's go first. Yeah. So we both sort of tweeted out or put on Instagram the hashtag Start By Believing, and so we guys are going to give you a little bit more information about that. 58 to 94% of people who are victims of sexual assault, they seek help from their friends and family first. And how you, as a friend and family member, respond to that really sets that person up for their future in coping with it, in seeking justice, in getting counseling and moving on with their life. So how you respond matters, and you can be a hero, and you can just, it's really easy. You start by believing when someone comes to you and says something to you. I am a victim of sexual assault. You say, I believe you, and you respond with kindness and empathy.
Start by believing. The hashtag Start By Believing. We've done pictures of this before. The global campaign, just for the way to respond. Yes, to sexual assault. Because, if you go to the doctor and you say, my stomach hurts, the doctor says, well, let's take a look and see what's going on.
Backwards. Shit, I make it not backwards.
What's backwards?
They're saying it's backwards. I can't not write and not backwards. Well, read backwards, guys. Y'all are smart.
Because is this a mirror image?
Yeah. Because it's a flip camera.
Oh, sorry, we didn't think of that.
Oh, wait, I have an idea. Nope, that's still backwards. Hold on, guys.
Anyway, what I was going to say is, you go to the doctor and say, I have a tummy ache. They're going to look at your stomach and see what's wrong and run tests. However, sometimes when people go to a hospital, that the person who says I've been assaulted, the first thing isn't, oh well, let's see, let's check you out. So it's really also in addition to towards friends and family, geared toward law enforcement and medical personnel, that we need to start by believing the person.
Right.
And yes, there is a tiny small percentage of people who report a false victimization, but it's a small percentage. So let's start by believing and help the people get the help and the care and the resources that they need.
You can also, you're going to have to look at it on my feed because it's the only way that it's right.
Oh, that's right, sorry.
I'll do it here. You can also start a movement in your own community. So refer to my thing for the picture.
Yeah,
start a movement in your own community. And some questions you can ask are like, who are the key community members that you want involved? Are they law enforcement? Are they health, like the local hospital? Do you have a university in your area that you can go to and say, I want to have this campaign spread throughout this university?
The other thing you can do is just make a sign that says hashtag start by believing. Take a picture of yourself and post it on Instagram.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Yep. Upload the videos. There's quite a few on the...
There's a website.
Yep, and there's quite a few examples of what that looks like. You can hit the mayor's office, the district attorney's office, the police, the sheriff. They have billboards that if your community wants to put up and spread the awareness in your community, that they can do so.
And they'll help you. Like in the website, if you need those resources, if you need signs, if you need billboards, they will help you.
This is done by EVAW International, which is the In Violence Against Women International. It's not just women who are sexually assaulted, it's all people. So, this is just specifically this group that is doing this. Hashtag start by believing. And finally, thank you. Thank you all.
Yes.
For your support.
Okay, this is going to be backwards. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because we have
we wrote it backwards.
Phone on. We're learning.
Right.
Maybe next time we'll write things backwards.
I don't think I can do that. I mean, I could probably learn it. So thank you all, and please, there are 50,000. You've got 50,000-ish. There's lots of you. So I'm gonna put my. Oh no! What happened to your thing?
I don't know.
It's still going. It's here.
Okay.
So, for a very brief time, I have the ability to reach out, and I'd like to do really good things with that. So, I can spread to you guys, and then you guys hopefully take it and to your own communities around the world and spread in your own communities. Hashtag start by believing. Make change in your world, in the world that you live in, that then changes the rest of the world, because guys, we gotta stick together and make a difference in this world. You guys are powerful if you take advantage of it.
And one voice is strong, but a lot of voices in unison.
That's right. You can't shut us the fuck up. Really?
Yes. So
you can't shut us up.
Thank you, and I'm sorry, I don't know why my feed
I think
stopped.
It's still going.
Okay, maybe it is. We don't know.
Still commenting.
We don't know. We're learning.
So, thank you all very much. And
love you.
All right, I'm going to turn... How do I end it? Bye.
I don't know how to end mine.
You hit end live video.
Okay.
Yeah. And then